So what's next for you? What are you working on? What can you tell us about that's coming?
So the book that I'm working on now will be out next May, hopefully, if the publishing gods are with me. It's called Yonder, and it takes place in World War II in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. And I'm like, I'm so excited for this book. Like, I'm excited for all my books, and I love all my books, but this feels to me like the first book since Ethan that feels like, oh my gosh, this is my soul in a book. And it is about a boy named Danny, who is a lonely kind of misfit kid in his small mountain town. And he has this one older friend named Jack, who's kind of like best friend slash mentor to him, is like this really cool older kid that for some reason has a connection with Danny that he really clings to. And at the beginning of the book, Jack goes missing, and Danny feels like he has to step into the investigator role to figure out what's happened to his friend. Jack is from a very troubled, abusive household, and so Danny is worried that, you know, he might have met with foul play at the hands of his father, and chases down, you know, different ideas about where Jack could have gone. And as he gets deeper and deeper into the mystery of where Jack has gone, and also who he was and why people didn't see him for who he was, but who they wanted him to be, he starts to kind of get into other mysteries about what we're really trying to accomplish in this war, and what is happening in this war in overseas that makes it different and more existential than the wars that have come before it. And how does that connect to the injustices that exist in his own small town? So yeah, that's a little bit about Yonder. And there's also magical birds, magical jewel birds. So it's really everything.
You're prominently in Yonder.
Sorry.
The magical jewel birds are featured prominently in Yonder.
They are. Yes, they're actually a big part of the mystery of the book and how it gets solved.
And they're literally magical, or well, metaphorically, but they possess some sort of magical capability.
I think I can't say that without giving away too much.
Fair enough. I'm just wondering if this is I don't know if it's fair to say that, like, my work has got some familiar touchstones that, like, oh, that has to be one of my books because those are zombies. Do you find that you're looking for something magical and some sort of even when I don't call them zombies, I said alligator people, trust me, esteemed audience, they were zombies. But do you find that you're looking for like an issue and then some sort of magic to keep it grounded in middle grade? Do you have some what I don't know if there's a good way to answer this question, so maybe we'll cut it. I don't know. But do you find that there's something that attracts you to a particular story that, yes, that's an Allie story, I have to tell that one?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it goes back to that game that my mom and I used to play of finding the right mix of things that you want to tell a story about but don't seem related, and finding a way to connect them. So the Jewel Birds was actually an idea that I had in that first attempt at the second book that never saw the light of day because it was terrible. That book was called Jewel Bird, and that was an image that has been in my head ever since then that I hadn't known how to incorporate into a book, and it has finally found its place. Setting is obviously really important and is kind of consistent throughout my books. They all take place in small southern towns, which is the setting that I'm most familiar with, having grown up in one. There is always a mysterious older shut-in character in my books, and I cannot get away from them. Like every time I start a book, I'm like, I can't have another strange old lady in this book, and then I end up with another strange old lady, and I like love her so much and I can't take her out. There's always an animal, which I guess is the jewel bird, but there's also a dog in this book. And yeah, there's always something that my main character is grappling with that has been an important thing that I have grappled with also.